All right, guys. The next match we got here is Chris Statlander versus Timeless Tony Storm. Chris is the current champion, but you guys remember the last match they had was a big match. It was like Chris Statlander, Jamie Hayter, Thekla, and Tony, and it just so happened that Jamie won. So this match was like a legit one-on-one match to see, if Jamie actually had. No, if Chris actually has I guess, the skill to defeat Tony on a one-on-one match and actually prove she's the real champion and that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it's a pretty intense match. It had some good back and forth, and I guess we were expecting because I will not think they would put the title back on Tony so soon. We expect that Chris Statlander won the match, and it's cool. And Tony accepted her loss. That yeah, Chris was the better woman and all that, so she left. And the one thing that was kind of surprising was the match is kind of so in the sense that, well, I guess it was a more serious match. So we didn't get to see too much of Tony's mannerisms and all her little stupid things and Luther or whatever. Um, we were telling our buddies a bit about her crazy persona and her crazy things here and there. And I guess it was kind of weird because she played it mostly straight in the actual match. I mean, we saw a little bit during the promo and the recap or whatever, but during the actual match, he didn't really do too many like stormisms or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, and also I hate to say it, but this match was so slow. It
Hmm.
was it was just really really slow, and the audience was like dead. I mean, it was like you could hear a pin drop during this match. It was just a mess. But I don't know. I just had mixed feelings about this one. It just and there were a few spots that didn't really work for me. The pacing seemed off. It's just seemed like almost every single match on this card had pacing issues to me. Almost, mostly. Others,
No, it
some
did.
like it's just I don't know. It just felt weird.
I mean, the
It
pizza
did.
was yummy, so
It
it was
did.
refreshing.
Whatever.
Yeah, I agree. The pacing was so off, especially with this match. It was like
It
it felt
felt
like
mismatched.
it felt like neither of them really wanted to be there. That makes any sense.
Yeah.
It was kind of like they had no reason to fight other than they were contractually obligated to be there. Like they were just like there was no
Like I said, the build-up was to
oomph.
see if Chris can actually beat Tony in a one-on-one match as
Right,
opposed to their
But
four-woman
right.
match.
but
But what I'm saying is
chemistry. No good chemistry.
there was no chemistry, there was no
Mhm.
oomph. There was no oomph to the match. There was just like, okay. Especially for Tony Storm, that's a rarity because usually her matches at least have some sort of investment. Whereas this one's just like, hey, friend, let's fight. Okay, friend, but you've never beaten me. Well, we'll see, friend. And it's like, okay.
And
Oh, by the way, this is for the title. You're like, okay.
actually, our buddies that were here, one of them did point that out. They said like, cause they kind of brought that up about how it looked like. I think not Kevin, but I think what's he was saying it that it looked like she said that neither woman look like they want to be there. He even picked up on it, and he doesn't watch wrestling that much. And he picked up on that. So if he picked up on it, people that might regularly watch, regular matches and things or wrestling on a semi-regular basis or even a regular basis will ask to see that. And this match was just, it was badly paced.
I,
Neither looked like they wanted to be there. Tony really looked like she didn't want to be there. Like maybe she was overly tired or something. I mean, who knows?
I,
But this was
I
not a
also,
match.
I will also say this, and I know Chris is the champion, so it's like whatever. Um, I mean this with respect to her. Tony needs to leave. And I'm not saying the company. I mean like for an extended period of time. She needs to be off television and needs to, I don't know, like do stuff. Like this is what I would do. If it were me, I'd tell her to go home, maybe do some autograph stuff, just whatever. Be hush hush for about 3 months. Let's say 3 months, right? Then I would have another wrestler, let's say Tekla, or like some sort of big bad villain, uh, go to one of her signings and attack her, and like jumpstart her come like for like a week or so or 2 weeks straight, have that girl like, yeah, I took her out. I took your favorite out, and she's not coming back because I know she's too weak to come back. And then like you think, oh, she's gonna come back, but she doesn't. And then like 2 weeks later, then she finally comes back. Like that's what I would do, and then have a fight with those two, have a feud. Because she needs a fire under her to bring her out of this slump. Because even her last title reign was and she needs and let's be honest, and the other thing is I've explained this to my roommate, and I said the same thing. Toni Storm is the only female wrestler in their company who the audience connects with, because she's the only female character in their roster. She's the only one the audience connects with because she's the only one who actually gives a damn enough to come up with a character. Tekla, I guess you could say, yes, she's a badass. She's like a villain, or she's like a crazy
She's
chick.
the toxic
like,
spider and all that.
Yeah, she's just like, who gives a shit? Like, I'm fucking nuts. I don't care. But like the majority of the women, Harley Cameron's all over the goddamn place. Mercedes is a bitch. Athena's a bitch. Willow's just smiley forever. I'm like, half of them are just either bitches or just smiley. That's it.
At least Athena makes it work because Athena's cool.
Oh, Athena makes it work because Athena is legit a badass. Like,
hey,
Athena's
leave my future ex-wife Willow alone, okay?
No, I love Willow. That's the problem. I actually love Willow, and I truly believe, and honestly, I mean this sincerely, if I were in WWE right now, I would try to get Willow to come. Because, dude, the potential she could have in WWE would be huge. I really could see her.
Roster, she'd probably get along, work well with.
She would work well. Think about the matches she could have with like someone like, she could have a hell of a match with like Julia, or she could have. She already had a feud with Julia before. She could have a fight with Stephanie Vaquer. She could have a fight with Tiffany Stratton, or hell, go to NXT and help build their women's division.
Or if you really want to go with a nasty crossover, since she's slowly starting to go over there, Willow versus Jordan Grace.
Yes. See, like you could do stuff like that. You could just build up of that. But right now, it's like half of the women are just like, eh. I mean, like I said, the best match with the women on this card was the only match that didn't have a title.
Yeah. And I agree with you about the whole Toni Storm thing, because honestly, the whole match just looked like it was phoned in. Like,
yes.
Yeah, they phoned it in. Toni, she looked tired. Like, she looked straight up tired. Like, they need to give her a break or something. And by the way, what you were saying about her taking the 3 months off and then having her be attacked at a con, I'm going to say this now. I hope for it, because it would be awesome, because it'd be a great comeback. Thunder Rosa as a heel 2025. I'm calling.
Yes. Dude, Thunder Rosa's a villain? Hell yeah. Do something like that. Or have her, or have no, that'd be weird. I was just thinking, wouldn't it be crazy if Willow became a villain? But then I'm like, how would that work?
Yeah, about Thunder Rosa,
that would be about as believable as the John Cena heel turn, okay?
The only way Willow could be a villain, Willow could only be a villain if they did it like they did with Bailey, and she's just like, haha, idiot. Like mean, but not knowing how to be mean. That's the only way it could work.
Like, they'd have to intentionally make her mean. Like, every morning they'd have to like grab her Lucky Charms and take all the marshmallows out and put it back.
If they did a storyline, okay, if they did a storyline where Willow's trying to figure out who she is, right? And she like joins a villain group. Okay, now follow me on this. And she's trying to figure out how to be mean, and like, but the stuff she's doing isn't evil. It's just kind of slightly inconvenient. It's all like, so it cuts to the backstage, and like all the women are like, huh, cupcakes. Ooh, these don't taste right. And she's like, I use sugar-free cupcakes. like Willow, that's not evil. That's just mildly annoying.
Going to one of those little
she could put price in
That would be a perfect run for her.
like film her, like those little skits she's at one of the restaurants or something, and you know, you swipe your card, she chooses no tip, and just
yeah. And then you could call her, you could literally call her the villain Willow Nightingale. But she's like not really evil, and she doesn't know how to be evil. So like she comes out where like she's got like a Dracula cape, like, and you're like, what? What are you
That'd be
doing?
fun.
Oh, that'd be
Like-
the missing person for
The four.
yeah, for Julia and Thekla.
Right.
They would just be giving
I'm just
her that
saying.
look.
That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna do it a gimmick, just go all out and connect with, but you've got to connect with the audience. That's how it works. Harley is entertaining because everyone else is so stale, but that doesn't make her likable. It just makes the stuff she's doing likable. The puppet's more over than her. That's not, no.
I like her energy though. I do like that.
No, she's got great energy, but she needs to fit. Like Harley would be okay. This is what I would tweak with Harley. With Harley, I would tweak her to like she's more focused on being friends with people, and then she accidentally wins matches. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like imagine it's like she's trying to be friends with everyone, then she hugs them, and then like accidentally suplexes and pins them. And it's like
super active. That's a super.
like it'd be like, yeah, and it's all like, it's like, wasn't that great? And you're like, ding, 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 and she wins. It's like, what? It's like,
Oh, but then she got to have a shocked look on her face because she
wait,
has
what?
won.
What happened? Like exactly. Like
No,
double down. If
no, the person would have to be knocked out, and then and a referee that doesn't know how to ref would just count them out without even checking them, and Harley would win.
Or better yet,
like, or
have
like
her put
she's like, hey Harley, can I show you this submission move? It's like, oh, that's so funny. You just tapped. Oh shit. Like, oh, that's so good. We're like, yup, she tapped. Oh damn it. Like some stupid, like, go dumb. I'm saying if you're gonna go dumb, if you got a fully loaded pie, don't go. No, just fling that shit.
Ladder right in the face. Go with it.
Yes, that's all I'm saying. Anyway, what did you think, John? Now that I went on like 6 different tangents.
Oh my god, I'm just saying, just put raisins in the pie just to make it that bad at this point.
No. We're seeing
But yeah, seriously, this match, yeah, I felt like it's not just only this match, but I felt like the entire pay-per-view in its entirety, I felt like maybe all the wrestlers were tired and the energy's kind of off. Like it just felt very, very average. Like everything just didn't felt. I don't know. I just didn't really felt the hype in this pay-per-view in general. And yeah, in terms of Tony Storm, I think the same thing. I think maybe she's overworked. Maybe she's just tired. I don't know. Maybe slowly her Hollywood gimmick is starting to get kind of old after a while. So yeah, I don't know, man. But yeah, in terms of this match, I was kind of surprised that Chris Statlander won because I was so expecting Tony Storm to win this match. Being how predictable it always is with Tony Storm.
But to be
Well, not as
fair,
predictable as Mercedes Moné, but you get the idea.
yeah. But to be fair,
when-
Tony. I mean, to be fair, Chris hasn't had that title long, so it wouldn't have made sense
Yeah.
to put it back on her. But I kind of figured what they were going to do with her, especially with the upcoming match, and I called it. I predicted what was going to happen, and I guess we're going to get there. But yeah, but I still think Chris is going to end up losing that title, so that we get like 13 belts, Monet or whatever.
I was like wondering. I was like, I can't remember who took the pin in the because she won it in a fatal 4-way, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't. Who did she pin? Who did she pin in that match? I can't remember.
Tony.
Yeah,
She
she
did
did
pin
herself.
And that's why Tony wanted to fight her again 1-on-1 to see who the better
Oh.
woman was. So that's
For some
what
reason in my
happened.
head, I thought she pinned someone else, and then I would have been like, okay, fair
Oh,
enough.
she
should get a
took
rematch.
she like took the opportunity and pinned Tony and got the win, and that did shock me. But
Yeah.
Got it.
So next
Can
one
I
we got
mention something
here.
else I just realized?
Mm.
All right, since the pre-show, counting down the matches. So even though this would be the fifth show of the pay-per-view, it's actually the ninth show of the night.
Yep.
So yeah,
And that's not including Collision.
not including Collision. So yeah, at this point, the crowd is probably freaking drained. The staff is probably freaking drained. So yeah, if everybody was dialing that in, I can't blame him at this point.
Well, Mr. Snowman wouldn't notice that at all being down. He wouldn't understand what that's like.
Yeah. So, anyways, guys, the next match you got here is Mercedes Monet
And
with
Mina.
her open challenge, and then the one who took the chance was Mina Shirakawa.
But
And it's also, well, hold on, it's a title versus title match, though.
yeah,
And Mina Shirakawa was the Ring of Honor interim champion due to Red Velvet being out for a while and whatever.
yeah, she got injured.
Yeah. So yeah, title versus title. And unfortunately, I kind of saw it coming because I don't think Mercedes would lose the match to Shirakawa. I don't think Shirakawa, unfortunately, she's not been around that much to build up like for her to be the one to finally take down Mercedes.
Yeah, I mean, we could have hoped, but here's the thing with that too. So when Mercedes came in the ring, and Chris was still, kind of, still celebrating a bit from her win. Mercedes ordered her to get out of the ring, and that actually comes back into play a little bit later, not on the show, but for Dynamite. But yeah, so Mina, Mercedes, their match. Now, this match wasn't as bad, but in the sense that, like with Mina herself, it felt like she was having fun in the ring while there. So it was at least a bit more entertaining. I still don't give a crap about Mercedes, but it was still entertaining because Mina was there. And of course, Mina lost her title, so now Monet has 12 belts. And I said, and then after that happened, I said, you know what this means, right? Mina, Tony, they're gonna be a tag team because Tony Khan already announced he wants to start a women's tag team division. They'll be the perfect tag team because they're already, they're buddies, they work together, all that other stuff.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. They're going to form a tag team. So
Yeah,
they both had to lose their titles so they can focus on that.
Yeah, so there was a segment where Tony Storm was just laying there, just like, I guess, dead inside and everything, and Renee was trying to talk to her, but she was like unresponsive and all that. And then Mira Shirakawa comes in and crying and upset because she just lost her title. So now they're both like, without titles, but it's like, but at least we have each other and all that. So
And then they turn around and probably started making out, but the camera just got cut off in the face. But
probably. But after the makeout session, I mean, it's very clear they're going to be a tag team for this upcoming tag team women's tournament is coming up.
Mm-hmm. And the thing that came into play on Dynamite with the Chris Statlander Mercedes thing is Mercedes wanted to celebrate her win and no, why did they put it? She demanded a celebration. So they had the cake in the ring and all that other stuff. But before you hear Mercedes music, but you see Harley Cameron doing the Mercedes puppet, and Mercedes finally came in and got pissed off about it. And this was kind of lame though. Mercedes actually took Harley took the puppet and put the face into the cake because she disrespecting her. Then Chris just came up behind Mercedes. It was all a ploy to distract Mercedes. She took Mercedes and kind of slammed her down, power bombed her through the cake and the table. And so she said she wants to challenge her for her title. And what's the next one? The next pay-per-view.
Full Gear already?
Full Gear is next?
Yeah, I think it's Full Gear is next. But at the same time, while Mercedes is all angry and pissy and whatever, they ruin her celebration, Athena shows up and hey, we should team up.
Yeah, that really annoyed me. And she says, "Yeah, just go clean yourself up. We can be a tag team, and we both break those glasses." Oh God, no! I want to root for you, Athena. I don't give a crap about Mercedes, and Mercedes wants to get all the tag team belts now too.
But she don't got creative control or nothing. It's just an exercise with creative control.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Wow, Mercedes won. Who knew? Yeah. For one, the only thing that would have made that bit, and this would have been comedy gold if this would have happened, if her celebration thing would have been backstage, and this would have been funny. Just hear me out. When she went to dunk the puppet in the cake, you just see Kate come off the side of the screen and just slap her in the face, almost like it was a voodoo doll or something. That would have been hilarious, for one. Number two, I already kind of see what's happening, and I can tell you now, for the rest of this year on forward, until these tag teams split up, the women's division is going to suck because they're not going to have a lot of singles female wrestlers. Now everybody and their grandma, literally, are going to be tag teams. So that means Mercedes Moné is going to hold those titles for however long until somebody splits up and finally goes against her. This match, I'm not even going to lie to you, this was my lunch break match. I literally did not even watch the match because I already knew who was going to win. I just went and made lunch. Like, that's all I got on it. I could have cared less about this one. As a matter of fact, this one should have been the pre-show, and the Willow match should have been in the actual pay-per-view.
I have
Well,
many
you can
things
say-
to say. I have many things to say, but I want Johnny to go first.
Okay, so this match, whatever. It's Mercedes Moné winning again, and just sad that she keeps winning, and she's not that great of a wrestler, and her gimmick is very boring, and of course, Mina was not going to win this match because we already know that Mercedes was going to win, but I kind of like the match more for the fact that Mina was in it
Yeah.
because she's entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
And she looks like she's like a good sport. But, Mercedes Moné, we're just really tired of her at this point.
Oh, something else too. I was just thinking with Mina, like, we figured she was going to lose, but and also with this match didn't feel like it went on for too long. It didn't feel like it was overly
more
long.
action packed and stuff.
And it maybe that's
Because it had better pacing. It had
Yeah,
better pacing. But it was actually the same length as the other match, but it had better pacing. I will give it that.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah,
16 minutes, 10 seconds. And then
And we had them like imitating
the
each
Tony
other's
Storm was like
dances,
60
doing
minutes,
stuff. There were
35
little
seconds.
segments,
So like I said, this match was just more entertaining overall. And compared to the other ones, like you said, it didn't feel as long as the other matches. Because as mentioned, the pacing was just better in comparison to some of these other matches.
So I'm gonna go on a bit of a rant here. First of all,
Wait, stop.
Okay.
Wait. Gotta introduce it. And here we are. We are ready for the next session of Jackass. Boom!
so okay,
And the breaks-
a lot of people and a lot of people in the wrestling IWC, a lot of people in the IWC really are so delusional because they all go in, oh, you don't understand what Mercedes having all these belts does for the industry. It helps elevate. And she's out there doing and wabba weeba wabba boy. I dare any of these fucking internet reviewers who talk about shit. I'm talking about the ones I follow, the Twitch streamers, What Culture. I don't give a shit. Dave Meltzer. Hell, anyone. Name me every single belt that she has without looking at a list. Guarantee you can't. I guarantee you don't know it off the top of your head. For that reason, I would also, if you're going to have her be this many champions, you're going to have her bring all these belts, you should demand that the fucking ring announcer say every goddamn title when she enters a ring.
Oh, well,
She is the da 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 da. She's the 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 da da da. Just to prove how ridiculous it is.
Oh, wait. And adding on to that, Jack, here's the other thing. That'll make them get their little overtime for Dynamite, which what's with their ratings. There you go.
But here's the other issue. But here's the problem. Okay. When you're a belts collector character, so she keeps calling herself Ultimo Monet.
Yeah.
As a reference to Ultimo, as a reference, as a as a reference to Ultimo Dragon winning all of these belts. Do you know why Ultimo Dragon actually won all of those belts?
They actually got talent.
No, it's not just that. There was a bigger story in place. The big story was who was the greatest high flyer on the planet at the time. At the time, the two arguments were Ultimo Dragon and Jushin Thunder Liger. At the time, Jushin Thunder Liger held every longest reigning title, won every tournament, wrestled around the world, was world renowned, and that pissed off Ultimo Dragon severely. So he went to every other promotion to win their title to prove I'm better than Liger. And Liger, he could never beat Liger. And that eventually culminated into a gigantic match between the Ultimate Champion and the Ultimate High Flyer. Boom. That's why they did it. And then eventually, they vacated the belts and all that stuff. But I'm saying there was an end goal here. Kenny Omega becoming the belt collector, there was originally an end goal. I believe it was to build off of other talent and to eventually have someone dethrone him for each of the belts. Obviously, that didn't really happen because he's injured, but there's an end goal in sight. In what fathomable universe can anyone see Mercedes Moné conceivably be the greatest women's wrestler and lose every belt? It's not possible. The only way this ends up is either one of two ways. Either she's forced to vacate every single belt, or she gets so injured she has to vacate all the belts.
Well, that would
because
be the
there's
way
no
to
end
do it.
goal.
That would be the way to
There's
do
no,
it.
but there's no end goal here. That's the point I'm trying to make. There's no end goal here. And everyone going, well, if they didn't believe in her, why would all these small companies give her title? Well, let me think about this.
Money.
Well, think about this, Slapnuts. Imagine you own a small mom and pop shop and you own a little pawn shop. Now imagine a multi-billionaire comes in with a suit in a stretch limo made of gold, riding in on a unicorn, hands you 4 briefcases full of money and says, hey, how much for that belt? Whatever you want, sir. Bing! That's why. Duh. That's why it happened. Not, well, they just respect her so much. She's so beloved. No, she's not. She just has creative control. She has creative control. She's a multi-millionaire. Her costume at All In, I can't get over this, cost $1.5 million. And she wore it once. I still can't get over that. I'm sorry. That's ridiculous. And I'm saying, but anyone who wants to go, well, yes, she's the body maker. She's the boo-ba-doo-ba-doo. She's got more wigs than,
He knows how to shake
I don't know,
that tush
a
on
dress
the
salon
camera.
show. I don't know. She's
Yeah.
got more
Oh my
wigs than a drag
gosh.
show. I don't know.
When they have
I
to
forgot.
add her,
Oh my gosh, since you mentioned that, I just remember she was dressed up like Selena for the match. And I was like, that's an insult to Selena's dead. That's an insult to Selena.
To Selena,
for a person
yes.
Like Selena.
And I'm like, and you're not even Latino. God, makes it even less, makes it even dumber. Why would you dress up like Selena in Mexico when you're not even freaking Mexican?
Well, to be fair, they are coming out with a new the Selena documentary next month, so maybe that's why. But that's still ridiculous,
But I'm saying,
Yeah.
my point of it is, I honestly say this sincerely. In what universe, and I don't understand how anyone could go and justify her winning another belt, making it 12,
Oh my God.
or if you don't count, it counts as 12 technically.
It should
And-
be just 11, but yeah, 12.
How she could conceivably lose them, because there's no way. There
It's
isn't
just
an end
brainering.
goal.
especially
It's-
right now
it's-
in AEW, when you have every female in the division going tag.
The only way, you got to think of it this way. Think of it this way. Okay. We're all anime fans here, so spoiler. In the show Dragon Ball, or Dragon Ball Z, or Dragon Ball Super, what happens after you grab all of the Dragon Balls and you summon the Shenron and you make your wish. What happens to the Dragon Balls after?
They
The balls
scattered.
disperse.
Exactly. So, what is the wish that you would require the dragon for? That's my point. Thanos needed the stones to use it. What is her end goal here? That's my point. There's no end goal.
Yeah, and even with even like that, like he was an Ultimate Dragon, there was actual competition there for him and a reason for him to want to collect the belts. Monet just sounds like Tony Khan like to collect his little wrestlers to put in his toy chest and take them out when he wants to
So
say that he has.
the belts are her action figures.
Yeah,
And now some assholes are trying to push and peddle Sayakami Tani defending both of her belts against her. And I'm like, no, stop it. Keep her the fuck away from you idiots.
well, 13 and 14, and like I said, Chris Statler probably ended up having to drop her belt.
The only way I could think of, this is just me spitballing. Okay. It's the only way this would work. Make a match and call it like, put it at World's End or whatever the hell, All Out, I don't care. Whatever dumbass name for whatever show you have. And have a wrestler, a female wrestler who's so backed up by the fans and beloved by the fans. Have her challenge Monet. Have a stipulation where it's, if I win, if I lose, I can never challenge for any belts ever again. And if I beat you, I get one title of my choice, and you have to vacate all of the rest. That's the only way I could see this end goal playing out, and I don't think they're ever going to do that. But that's my theory.
You know what would make that fun and full circle? Get her off the milk carton, or in Britain or wherever the hell she is right now. Get Nyla Rose back on a plane, back to AEW, because you remember she was the first TBS women's title holder.
That's true.
And she holds that belt. Now, it would be crazy for it to come full circle for where Mercedes is now the belt collector, and Nyla not only comes back, but comes up with that stipulation and then wins the TBS title back again.
That would be crazy. Tell me that I guarantee you, all of us would pop for that. I really do believe that.
That would be one hell of a comeback story that nobody can beat.
No one could touch her. That would make it historic.
You know what? To be fair, Luchasaurus could dress like a woman and beat Mercedes for her belt. I don't care. As long as someone just get these belts off of her.
Wait a minute.
I'm not Luchasaurus.
Who's Luchasaurus? What is this?
I'm not Luchasaurus. I'm Moo-Moo-Sora.
See, there we go.
Just put like a
He's
cow,
got to
like
keep
cow
that voice.
horns
He's
on
got to
it.
do
Like,
that voice.
I'm Moo-Moo-Saurus.
What about this even worse? The Beast
And
Mortals.
have him wear like a bra. Like
How about,
Just have him like the full
Beast
Sailor
Mortals,
Moon
guys.
get up.
yes.
I got a worse one, the Beast Mortals.
In the name of oh my god, Beast Mortos. Oh my god. No, she's dating him.
Power
right now.
and
I
love,
know.
shall defeat you.
I know she's dating though.
So the belts still stay in the family.
Yeah, that's the only damn stuff. No, but you know, she'll probably get mad and dump him.
Yep.
Anyway, those are my thoughts. Rant over for this one.
Oh boy. And that was brought to you by Nestle Quick, guys. The Jack's rant of the day. But anyway, I don't know. That's the first name right that came to mind by Nestle Quick.
We are not sponsored by Nestle Quick.
Okay, so
This is
anyway.
Dino versus Okada and Takeshita of the Don Callis family.
Don Callis family.
The Don Callis family.
For the AEW World Tag Team Championship, and of course, the big thing story-wise is that Brodito, they're a unit, they're cool, but Okada and Takeshita kind of start having some beef between them, so it's kind of like how they're going to work together to do this. And it's a pretty decent match. I guess I don't know about Okada anymore. I don't know if he's trying or whatever, but I do I do like that. They still have the little face-offs, little stare downs between him and Okada and Takeshita and whatever. And it's an interesting match there. The bad thing about the matches is that unless something really crazy happens, I don't really have much to say because we were just doing all our banter and people were asking like who's that guy,
I need to lie.
talking.
I'm rejected about this match. I just wasn't paying attention.
What sucks
Yeah.
is that these are four of the best wrestlers on the planet, realistically, on paper. And I don't think I've ever been like so deflated from their performance. Does that make sense? Like, not that I thought they were awful, but it just felt like none of them gave any high potential to each other. You know what I mean? Like this was just another day for them. And that kind of sucks because, like I said, I love all four of them. I mean, granted, I have issues right now with Takeshita being the IWGP World Champion, considering he's not a New Japan full-timer, and it's a betrayal to me as a New Japan fan. But I am cool with him as a talent. But my point of it is like they do great in the ring normally, but it felt like this match they were just like, I think they were as defeated as the crowd was, and I think it's because of the crowd they weren't going to put up their A game. Does that make sense?
Yeah, not to mention also
volleyball.
one thing I've really noticed, and Jack kind of brought up the whole Kyle Fletcher thing. I don't know whether it's just the writing or what have you, but it's almost like Don Callis has everybody in his faction on a leash. Like, if you've ever seen these guys before they ran into Don Callis, they were full speed, balls to the wall, incredible. Like,
Yeah.
if they were going solo, or if they had like a really good lead, they would skyrocket. But now with Don Callis, it's like, up, we're doing pretty good, and gotta back it down a little bit. It's like,
and
it's
I'm
almost
like, you have
anybody in the Don Callis
some of the
camp is
greatest
really good,
wrestlers.
but they gotta dial it back.
You have some of the greatest wrestlers in your fucking faction. You have Kyle Fletcher, like just listing off a couple off my head. There's Kyle Fletcher. You have Takeshita. You have Okada. You have fucking Josh Alexander. And you're like, I'm like, what do you mean, That's like,
Find some
what
way
the hell?
to fit them all in a singular homoerotic painting. How?
Try to have them all
As we
elevate
have it
each other at least. Like, at least use them proper. Or at least have them, like, have Kyle team up with Okada. No, have Josh Alexander team up with Okada for the titles. Not Takeshita. Takeshita's already a world champion. What the fuck does he need a tag title for?
Because they don't like each other. Why even create that drama? Make it a
There's no
surefire
point to
win.
it. There's no point to them having drama, because the only reason they would have drama is if Okada was going to challenge him for the belt, which he's not, because he doesn't work for New Japan. So what's the point?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess just Tony Khan's dream booking.
I don't know. I do like Rodito's attack team. They're awesome. They complement each other. We were talking about how cool it looks like. You got the big dude, you got the high flyer. They just work so well. It's like a random pairing, but they work so well together. And I think next paycheck, I do want to get me that animated shirt of them with the titles and stuff, because I want to get it and hopefully get it before they lose the titles or whatever. And stuff, sometimes it takes a while for the shirts to come in and all that. So,
Speaking of which, are you guys gonna get
Awesome.
the DCKO variants with the
Eh,
AEW wrestlers on them?
I don't know. I'm not.
We already missed. Oh, we already missed the.
We'll find that one.
Yeah, it was.
There's
funny,
a Hangman there's a Hangman
I was looking at the
Lobo.
book, and we just decided not to get it that day. I forgot why.
Because I didn't
because-
know if it was like a legit like AEW comic. That was like a variant cover of some other comic. I didn't.
No. It's the mini series that their big event they're doing right now in DC called DCKO, and they
Yeah.
have this artist do variants, and it's in collaboration with AEW. So like it is certified with AEW that they're okay to use
Yeah,
it. So
but there's an actual 2-part story with the DC people interacting with the AEW guys. Because I saw there was a panel with Nightwing like, no, you're going too far. And what's his face?
Yeah,
forgot
it's
who it
Will
was.
Ospreay has one of the guys from the Court of the
I'm
Owl
gonna do it.
in the Tiger Driver 86, and Nightwing's like, no!
So stupid.
Yeah, we missed, but we'll find it. We'll find it, and we'll get the second one when it comes out. And
I'm surprised. I'm wondering. I'm wondering if
all that.
I'm wondering if one of the comics is going to just have like the cover of like Darby Allin like trying to coffin drop Darkseid. I'd be like, yay!
That would be totally disintegrated and gone.
I don't know. With Darby's,
it would be fucking hilarious though.
To take out.
Or no. Darby Allin would coffin drop Doomsday. Let's be honest, you Trent. This looks fun.
And for some weird reason, somehow Doomsday gets knocked out.
Like,
and the only damage that Darby gets is Spike throwing himself back first. His ankle got broken.
I hate him so much. I hate him, man. Yeah,
like he to go up against Doomsday and get Porcupine and Moxley would be like, it should have been me, you know.
And
speaking of it should have been me, I'm surprised Daniel Bryan wasn't one of the commentators.
yeah, he wasn't there. It was kind of weird. And you know what? I don't think JR was either.
No.
They didn't bring. They usually bring him in, and he's here at the end of the show. He wasn't there. So,
well, you know, I think Daniel Bryan's trying to lay low after that whole Mone / Ultimo Dragon comment because
wait,
he made a comment saying that he made a comment on one of the shows that basically now that Mercedes has 11 belts that she is better than, in his opinion, she is better than Ultimo Dragon. And I'm like, fuck you.
Wait, so does Brie Bella know that Sasha's going down on him or something? What would make him say that? Especially him having that history with the wrestling and the indies and all that
and
stuff.
And him knowing Ultimo Dragon personally? Yeah, I know. Right?
So is Mercedes gagging on that thing? Oh, is she gagging on the American Dragon or what's going on there?
Oh, God.
Gagging on the dragon. Oh, my God.
Gagging on the dragon.
I don't know.
Oh, he's dragging balls on her face. But anyways, okay.
God.
Anyways,
Jesus.
Johnny,
God, I hate to hear
any
that
thoughts on what's going on?
To quote Drew,
I will pull a William here.
Mm-hmm.
To quote Drew McIntyre, PG, brother. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Well,
Bree.
But
honestly, like,
Okay.
Anyway,
I feel like we're gonna get canceled, guys.
I forgot what was the next. Well, I forgot what was.
Well, we didn't get Johnny's thoughts on it yet.
Oh, about this match, I agree that the rhythm of the match, just the whole pay-per-view in general, just felt really off. I think all the wrestlers are tired. The audience is tired. I was tired, especially after that last match with Mone. I was like, so this should have been a match that I should have really have enjoyed because, I do like watching Bandito and Brody King, Brodito, like as a tag team. Like, I think they make a good tag team. And I do normally would enjoy watching that type of match, but I don't know, maybe after the Mone's match, you get tired.
Well, what do you think in general of Brodito's attack team, Johnny? Like how they work together and everything?
I think they work really well.
Same. I agree. I actually came up with this. I actually broke this down for someone. Have you ever noticed? So I have this full philosophy. The best tag teams are either one of two styles. It's either what I call it a tuning fork, where it's like two of the same people. Basically, they're two halves of the same. They're the same person. So, like, think the Bucks, the Rockers, guys like that are just identical to each other. Or you have an example like Brodito, which I refer to as a yin-yang tag team. A yin-yang tag team. So think the Hart Foundation with Neidhart and Brett. Brett was the speed and technicality, but he wasn't as strong, and he didn't have as much like durability. That's where Neidhart comes in. So they're like, oh, I'm missing this, I have this, and then together they make a whole. That's how I feel about Brodito. I think like Bandito is so agile and quick and fast and like this, and Brody is just a beast. He's just endurance and strength. He's just like so it reminds me in a weird way of, I don't know if you guys remember when Batista teamed up with Rey Mysterio.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It kind of gave a little bit of that vibe, a little bit.
All right. So next match we got here was Hangman Adam Page defending his AEW World Championship title against Samoa Joe. And I do have to say it was a decent match. At this point, I think Wendy and her friend we were kind of zoning out a little bit.
Oh
And
yeah.
it was with
I was out.
yeah, but me and Kevin, we were more focused on it because we're big fans. Like, we like Samoa Joe. He's a badass, an interesting opponent, that kind of stuff. The only surprising was, I mean, the match wasn't too long. It didn't wear out its welcome. And I think the part that surprised me the most was that right off the bat, Hangman did take him out with the buckshot lariat, and that was it. It wasn't like other matches where maybe there's 2 or 3 attempts, and the person blocks it until
Yeah,
he finally
that's-
hits it. It's like he hit it the first time, knocked him down, pinned him, won, and the match ended. We're like, whoa, that was
See, that's what surprised me because when we came back, we saw that the match had ended. So when we came back, we saw like the aftermath,
yeah.
and so like the ops came in and they were beating down Adam Page and
Yeah, like at first it looked like the ops were coming in to, kind of show support for Samoa Joe, yo, okay, man, all that kind of junk. But then whenever Hangman dropped his guard, they jumped him and stuff. So that's kind of starting this storyline now. Now, of course, Hangman's pissed. Samoa Joe's like a super heel now. He's like, I'm gonna destroy you and all that.
like
I
he
do like his
said-
promos. He does get like, it's hard to describe, but he gets like angry and his face is all shaky. He's got the sweat. He's all like, when I see you next time in the ring, I'm gonna destroy you and everything you've ever loved. It's like super
At least-
like I don't know. He gets
It's
intense
rage.
when he
At
talks like
least,
that.
It's his
at least he can
rage,
say
yeah.
this about it is that with Joe, I mean, at least he gave a reason as to why he wanted to go after Adam Page. He said if you have a world title, he's going to go after you. So let's say Adam Page loses it to, I don't know, MJF, which I don't know. I just thought of him. He'll crush him too.
Yeah.
He wants that world title. He feels he deserves it. And that's all I can say about that. Like I said, I missed the whole match.
Yeah, I like the
I-
match. Like I said, it didn't wear out its welcome. I was just surprised that, because with AEW's history of kicking out 10,000 times off the Raging Demons and whatever, I'm surprised that it was buckshot lariat, first attempt, got him, pinned him, done. And I was like, whoa, okay.
No, he did it 3 times.
Oh, I must have missed it then. Really?
He did the buckshot 3 times in a row.
But did it hit all 3 times or did it
Yeah.
miss or? Oh,
Yeah, he hit him all 3 times. That's
Wow.
why I said but that's my big
Oh.
issue with the over afterwards. Okay, so I watched the match and honestly, it was the best singles match for the men's of the night. I will flat out say that. But actually, it was the best men's match of the night. I'll give it that.
zoning out
the
during
pro-
better
Wow.
The problem is, I mean, granted, it was great. Honestly, great back and forth. Joe got to elevate Paige. Paige had some great spots in. Joe had amazing spots in too. It was a great back and forth. It was good, well pacing. Everything was great. My big issue was the aftermath. Because Paige beat him so definitively. If you rewatch the match, he beat, like I said, 3 buckshots in a row. But that was after a long fucking fight. A long fight. And he beat him. And then he picks him up, raises his hand like, yeah, and then attacks him. I'm like, wait a minute. That doesn't make any sense. Why are you a villain now? Because the only way that works for you to become a villain is if you feel this guy didn't deserve to win, as in like you got cheated,
Yeah.
but you lost beyond clean. And you're like, no. I'm like, wait a minute, what? That doesn't make any sense. You don't turn villain after you've gotten beaten so clean that you might as well call yourself Mr. Clean. Like, you don't, it doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense whatsoever for me that he turned a villain. I love Joe as a villain. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely think he's one of the best villains in wrestling. But it's the reason doesn't make any sense. It's following Moxley logic because Moxley, while he was the champion, had the Death Riders going, we're going to mess with the system I'm like, motherfucker, you're the champion. You are the system, stupid. That's like being the CEO of Starbucks and driving around and going, we're gonna tear this whole place down. I'm like, dude, that's your company, moron. Like, that's why it doesn't make any sense. I'm like, you lost. You lost. That's like, and that'd be like if you were a dad and you had a kid and then you got a fist fight with this other kid's dad and you got beaten so bad you were in a coma and then you wake up, it's all like, all right, round 2. It's like, what do you mean round 2, dude? You almost died. Why would you want a round 2? What
I guess when you
what
think
do you
about
gain
it,
from this?
I guess
It's like the ones where you're like super beat up and you didn't have a single hit, you're all beat up, and you're all like, so had enough yet?
Yeah.
so. Pretty much Stan from South Park for pretty much age.
Yeah, but I hear no bell.
I hear no bill.
That's what I feel like. I'm like, what, dude, Joe? What are you doing?
It's
And I
like-
love Shibata. I loved Shibata's reaction to them attacking him. He's just like, I've got brain damage, and even I can't follow this shit. I'm like, I'm with Shibata. Shibata's like, what?
He's like, well, I'm here to get paid. Okay, let's go.
Come on, let's get him, Shibata. Did someone say beef bourguignon? No. No one's what? No, Shibata hit him. Oh, okay.
I guess the problem with this storyline that they're trying to pull with Joe here is that he's coming across as a bit petty. And
Exactly.
like I said,
It doesn't make
gives his
sense.
Character, the fact that he lost clean, he should be more like, okay, you earned that. But I want to come back and I want to fight you for it again when when I get more of my bearings and stuff.
What he should do is he should take out his rage on someone below the card. Like, that would make more sense. Like him, I don't know. Who's the TNT champion right now?
Fletcher.
Is it Fletcher? Fletcher?
Yeah.
Okay, who's the yeah, him. Take out Fletcher. I don't fucking care.
You know what? Screw it. Since they technically started the ops together, just to get that rivalry going, have them take it out on Hook.
Yeah, boom. Take out Hook. Just like, you held me back or something like that. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, that would make more sense. Like, okay. But you don't pick a fight with a guy who already severely kicked your ass.
Yeah. I mean,
that's all I'm saying. I'm like, but the match itself, honestly, fantastic. It was a great match. It was a really, really, really good match. It was a shame that it came, an hour 10?
Yeah.
Of this match, of this show. So the crowd, it didn't matter how good it was because they were like,
yeah, I was too tired to be.
It might as well.
Match. It was a good match.
It might as well. Yeah, it might as well have been fighting in a. It might as well have been fighting in a theater showing Tron Ares at this point. Like, how dead the crowd was.
Your thoughts, Johnny?
I was like the audience. I was tired by then, kind of bored. And I don't know, like storyline wise, I just find the whole match weird. Like, it's just weird to have this rivalry with Hangman Adam Page versus Samoa Joe. Like, I don't know, it's just weird.
But I don't think they're gonna go with, I guess, for the rest of the year, because we only got a couple of months left. That's gonna be like the big feud now, Hangman versus Samoa Joe.
So like Hangman is a good wrestler.
I do agree with what Jack said, because if it is the feud, and of course eventually it has to be the big, I guess, final match with Samoa Joe versus Hangman Page to end this feud and sell the score, it's like, but Hangman Page already kicked his ass royally.
Yeah, there was no unless Joe was trying to like go. Maybe Joe trying to become the male belt collector of AEW.
I don't know.
It don't make sense.
But it's like the last feud was Hangman Page versus like MJF. So imagine if Page already whooped MJF's ass like super definitively. It's like, why is the feud still going? He already whooped his ass. So here, this feud is, and it's like you said, yeah, if there was some shenanigans or a random
If he
timeout or
if he
some
had
kind of
beaten him,
something.
okay, like good example. If he had, okay, this is how I would have done it. Say he does the buckshot lariat the first time, then he does a second. Like as he's doing the second, Joe tucks, he ducks, rolls him up into a pin. Then Hangman rolls him into a cradle, and then 1, 2, 3, ding, ding, ding. Okay, that would make sense. You see what I'm saying? Like if the way they did, if they did it ending the way, it's like, hold on, you barely skin your teeth. Like that, I could understand. But that's like
the time limit or something.
No, but no, even
Yeah.
with that, like what Jack just said, I guess that's kind of similar to this whole Tony and Chris Statlander thing. Because remember, Chris just took an opportunity and pinned her up. I guess she was supposed to like caught her off guard, pinned her, got her, and won that women's.
And also, there's 2 other women involved.
Right,
Yeah, that
right.
too.
Exactly. And it was a multi-woman match. So it's like, okay, well, on a one-on-one, you didn't beat me. And it's like, okay, but now she's beat her definitively one-on-one. Now, it's clear Statlander beat Storm one-on-one. Now imagine Storm like, no, and then attacking Statlander after. You're like, what? Why? Like you've lost already. You're like, what do you gain?
Yeah, like it makes no sense. Like there was no shenanigans involved. Like it wasn't like back when it was Hangman Page and Swerve Strickland, where there was always some bullshit going on.
It's like this guy fought this guy in a last man standing match, and then a week later, let's go for round 2. It's like, dude, you lost. You lost so definitively. Why would you want this again? What are you, John Moxley? You just get off on the pain?
Like literally, they should make that the plot. They should make it like Samoa Joe is always like, challenge me, and then Hangman's like, dude, you lost. Just give it up, and then just walk away, and then just further along, it keeps pissing him off until he finally jumps and not do it right then and there.
Exactly. It just doesn't make any sense from a
The bad thing is that Hangman doesn't have any friends anymore. He's not really part of the leader or anything. Because that would have been the thing. Have Samoa Joe keep picking at him, and like, dude, you lost. And then have him attack someone and Hangman cares about. Okay, you want this match so much. You know what? You're on.
But you know what Joe could do?
It would be really.
Joe could just go to Adam's house, terrorize his family.
Terrorize the kids.
It would be really funny. It would be really funny. It would be really funny though if Joe took out the Young Bucks and just beat them up. Be like, yeah, that'll show. It's like, see what I did to your friends? He's like, we're not friends. Oh, well, you're welcome then.
Or worse yet,
and Hangman be like,
a reversal of fortune on Samoa Joe. Just have him hiding somewhere kind of high up, and he goes to do a splash on Paige, and Paige just does a Samoa Joe and just goes nope and just walks away.
Exactly. Just pulls a Joe like,